When you let go of the need for validation from others, you set yourself free. Rumi. Once, in a small village surrounded by misty mountains and whispering forests, there lived a young man named Kavi. Known for his gentle spirit and boundless kindness, Kavi was a friend to everyone he met. He had a rare gift for sensing the needs of others. He would bring food to those who were hungry, listen patiently to anyone burdened by worries, and help lift the spirits of those feeling down. His warmth was like the sun, drawing people to him wherever he went. As time passed, Kavi began to feel an unsettling emptiness. No matter how much he gave, a hollow feeling grew inside him. He was pulled in so many directions that he barely recognized himself anymore, like frayed cloth. Though he always put others first, he felt that with every act of kindness, he lost something essential. The man who once overflowed with laughter now wore a tired smile, burdened by unseen weight. One night, lying beneath the stars, Kavi felt a quiet desperation. Who was he, really beyond the roles he played? With no answer, he decided to seek peace from a wise monk on a distant mountain. Hope flickering in his heart, Kavi set out before dawn, traveling through the village, across rivers, and through dense forests. At last, Kavi reached the mountain summit, where a small garden bloomed under the care of a monk, sitting beneath a great tree. The monk's eyes were warm, his face calm. Without hesitation, Kavi poured out his heart, confessing his fear of letting people down and the emptiness he couldn't escape. "Master, I'm lost," he whispered. "I give so much of myself, but I no longer know who I am." The monk listened in silence, then nodded gently. "Come with me, child. I will show you something," he said softly. 1. The Fortress of Self-Worth. The monk led Kavi to an ancient fortress, its high walls standing strong against the wind. They stood in silence as the sun cast shadows over the stone. "Kavi, imagine this fortress as your heart and mind," the monk said. "Inside are your dreams, peace, and spirit, the treasures that make you who you are." The monk then gestured to the walls. "Each time you say yes to something that takes from you, it's like lowering the gates and letting others take what they please. Without walls, the fortress would be stripped of its treasures. Saying no protects your worth and builds a fortress for your inner peace." Kavi felt strength rising within him. For so long, he had left his heart undefended. "But master, how do I know when to say no?" The monk smiled. "Follow me, and I will show you." 2. The gardener's hands. The monk led Kavi to his vibrant garden, kneeling to pull a weed growing beside a blossoming flower. "Kavi, imagine this garden is your life," the monk said. "Each flower represents something precious like your dreams, relationships, and peace. But if I let weeds grow unchecked, they'll choke the flowers, taking their space, light, and water." As Kavi watched the monk tend to the plants, he asked, "So, by saying no to what doesn't nurture me, I'm weeding my garden?" "Yes," the monk replied. "By saying no to what doesn't belong or leaves you empty, you make room for what truly matters, allowing your dreams and peace to grow." A warmth bloomed in Kavi's heart, but he still wondered how to untangle his overwhelmed life. Sensing this, the monk stood. "Come with me, child. There's more to show you." 3. The river with strong banks. The monk led Kavi to a river flowing swiftly along the mountain, its waters directed by strong, defined banks. They watched as the water moved steadily and purposefully. "Kavi, your energy and time are like this river," the monk said. "With boundaries like these banks, you can focus your energy on what matters. If the banks break, the river would lose its way, spreading thin and weak." Kavi felt a pang of recognition, thinking of how he'd let his energy spill out directionless. "But master," he whispered, "what if people don't understand? Won't they think I am selfish?" The monk's gaze softened. "It may seem that way at first, Kavi, but you can only bring life to others when your own flow is strong. Boundaries guide your energy. Without them, you'll lose yourself trying to flow everywhere." Kavi felt a quiet strength rising, yet his heart ached with the fear of disappointing others. The monk, sensing his hesitation, said, "Let's go see something that might help you understand." 4. The lighthouse in a storm. The monk led Kavi to a cliff where a lighthouse stood against the wild waves, its light guiding ships to safety. Kavi, the monk said, see how the lighthouse helps others without moving to meet each ship. If it did, it would sink and its light would go out. Turning to Kavi, the monk continued, when you say no to what misaligns with your purpose, you keep your light steady. Only then can you truly help others without losing yourself. Tears filled Kavi's eyes as he understood that he could help others only by staying true to himself. For the first time, he wanted to protect his inner light. Though vulnerable, Kavi felt a quiet strength. The monk, sensing this, smiled. Come, he said. There's one more thing I want to show you. 5. The Keeper of the Flame. The monk led Kavi back to the monastery and held up a lantern, its flame glowing softly. Kavi, this flame represents your inner essence. Without the glass cover, it would flicker and die in the wind. Boundaries are like that glass. They protect your light. The monk looked deeply into Kavi's eyes. Each time you say no to what drains you, you keep your light safe. Your heart deserves this protection. Kavi felt something shift inside him. He realized that his flame too deserved care. I understand, Master, he whispered, his voice trembling. The monk smiled. Yes, and now there's one last thing I must show you. The monk led Kavi to a hidden pond, calm and clear. Look at this water, Kavi, he said. It stays full because it's protected, giving just enough to flow into other streams while replenishing itself. The monk's voice softened. Each time you say yes to others, you pour a bit of this water out. But if you give too much, the pond runs dry. Boundaries are like a dam. They help you keep enough for yourself so you can give freely to those who matter. The monk smiled with pride. Remember, Kavi, every no is a promise to yourself to tend to your heart, keep your light steady, and let your spirit shine. With tears in his eyes, Kavi bowed deeply. He had come feeling lost, but now he felt a newfound strength. He understood that protecting his peace meant learning to say no. He now knew he could give to others, but only by preserving his strength. So friends, I hope Kavi's journey resonated with you as it did with me. Setting boundaries is a powerful act of self-care, essential for protecting our peace. Saying no does not isolate us, it empowers us. How Buddha aptly said, freedom is the only law you must obey. Boundaries grant us this freedom, preserving our energy and spirit so that we can give from a place of fullness. Like a lighthouse guiding from shore, saying no lets us honor our needs and foster genuine connection. It's not selfish. It's how we sustain ourselves and live with true abundance. As Oprah Winfrey wisely said, when you say yes to others, make sure you are not saying no to yourself. So friends, guard your heart like a fortress, nurture your peace like a well-tended garden, and set boundaries as strong as riverbanks, so your light remains steady and true. Confucius once quoted, "The wise man does not seek to do everything, but chooses carefully what to do." Before I go, I have some questions for you. 1. What did you learn from Kavi's story? 2. Have you ever struggled with saying no? How did you deal with it, and what did you learn from the experience? 3. How can you incorporate the power of boundaries into your own life? Think about it. What do you need to say no to in order to protect your peace and well-being? Your story could help others find their way to inner peace. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more lessons on living with balance and clarity. Thank you for watching, and stay at peace.